From Brand Viva Media Studios here in Denver, Colorado, it's Adam Contos with Start With a Win. Mark, how you doing?
I'm doing so good.
Hey, Knuckles.
Yeah. Hey, Knuckles. I know we can knuckle each other. That's always nice.
That's right.
Knuckles.
We're in the studio together. And by the way, this show is brought to you by our amazing sponsors at Remax.
Nobody sells more real estate.
That's true. That's correct. I mean,
it's true and correct.
Yeah, crew.
It's crew.
It's crew. Yeah, crew. We have a new word.
That's right.
We're going to talk about sales today.
Yep.
Okay. Speaking of selling stuff and Remax and being an incredible company, doing a lot of business. Mm-hmm. How does that business happen? That's a good question.
That
right?
is a really good question. I'm sure a lot of people have that question. How does that business happen?
Let's say you're in business, because we have a lot of real estate agents on here. It doesn't matter where you're coming from in this world. We've talked to people in mortgage, we've talked to people in insurance, we've talked to people in real estate, just entrepreneurs. You, Mark, me, I'm an entrepreneur now at this point.
That's right. Yeah, you're on your own, doing your own thing.
I'm doing my own thing, and we have to worry about something. And that is creating customers. Mm-hmm. Okay, we need to worry about having an environment where people want to do business with us. We have a transaction, which means that a service or value is provided, and some sort of a remuneration occurs, like money. Or something like that.
Got to buy that gas.
There you go. Yeah. So, how does that happen, and what should you be thinking about as somebody maybe who owns a business or maybe who's in a business every single day? So I want to talk about two things today. You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Order makers and order takers. Okay. Order takers are somebody who expects the business to happen and be handed to them, dropped in their lap. They get these things called leads from the lead fairies out there.
That's right. However those are generated.
Yeah, however leads are generated. Sometimes they're given to you by a website. Sometimes, somebody has to construct this website and populate it and boost it on social media and stuff like that, or Google or whatever it is. Forget about all that.
Okay.
Forget about all that. We're going to talk about deal makers or order makers. Order makers.
Yeah. We're going to talk about order makers.
Order makers.
Not takers.
That's it.
Now, there's a place, right, and a time for order takers.
There are.
Right? And obviously, I'm sure we'll have guests on who are experts at developing order takers.
Correct.
Right? But we're going to talk about...
I'm not going to tell you how to answer the phone today.
Yeah.
Okay?
Not today.
I'm going to tell you how to make the phone calls.
Yes. Oh, I like that.
So the two most important hours of your day, two most important things you can work on in your business. Okay?
Okay.
One is creating the value. The second one is delivering the value. So you've got two different things here. And I call these two important hours. And realistically, if you're an entrepreneur and you just work on these two important hours, first thing in the morning. Why first thing in the morning? Because we're most energized. We have the most clarity. We have the greatest attitude in the day. Our bodies have this circadic rhythm within it where we go up and down and up and down and up and down. I like mornings. Yes. Why? Because your brain is on. You're hydrated. Maybe you have 5-6 cups of coffee in you by now, which I generally do by 9 a.m.
Yeah.
So I want you to do this in the morning. And if you do these things in the morning, your day is going to change.
Okay.
If you focus on these two things, build these into your calendar. So the first thing I talk about is client hour. Now, client hour has to be during business hours when you are actually contacting people.
Not 4:30 a.m.
Correct. Yeah, that's actually when I do content hour.
Okay.
It's about 4:30 in the morning and head off to the gym. But client hour, because we have client hour and content hour. These two things. And a lot of people are going, I do that. Do you? Do you? Yeah. Because if you did this, you'd be calling me going, Adam, I have so much business, I can't handle it. This is how you get business.
Okay,
people.
Tell us what client hour.
So client hour.
Break it down for us.
Okay. And we've heard this called focus hour. We've heard this called power hour. We've heard this called a lot of stuff. But here's the reality. You're talking to your customers and future customers. Now, this does not work if you don't have a very important part of this.
Okay.
A contact list. A list of potential customers.
Yeah.
This leads me to my next differentiation aspect of this. What is client hour?
Okay,
Client
yeah.
hour is reaching out to clients, but how? But how is the big question?
Okay.
Because it's not cold calling hour.
Right.
Okay, so let's
Okay.
just be clear. This is not
Okay.
cold calling hour. There is a time and a place for cold calling, and that's to fill in the gaps of client generation and list building and things like that. But here's what client hour is. And in order to fully understand this, you have to understand the three ways we get customers, or the three ways we get business, I guess, if you will.
Okay.
Okay. The first way is we get new clients. Okay. So just to be clear, we get new clients. How do we get new clients? We have an attractive marketing campaign. We have value delivery occurring. We have a reciprocity factor that is occurring out there. And some of this client hour, when you're contacting these people, is that you're calling them up going, hey, Mark, it's Adam. I noticed you stopped by my website. I sent you something. I just want to make sure you got it. Did you get it? Let me know if you have any questions. All right, talk to you later. Bye. That type of thing. I'm not selling you anything because I need to talk to you somewhere between like 9 and 31 times before you want to buy something from me. This is not called a sell hour. This is client hour.
Okay.
I'm generating clients. I'm getting more clients as the first way to get this. So what are you doing? And it could be a broad swath of things you're doing. Maybe you're spinning a sign on the corner in front of your car wash.
Yeah.
That you're doing that for an hour because you want people to see that there's a car wash here and you want people to come into it.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're walking around. This is let's get into the second one. Maybe you're walking around talking to your existing clients. Now this is huge because you talked about this. This is what you said. We get a lot of our business from relationships.
Yeah.
A lot of those relationships are existing clients, right?
Yeah.
So the first way you get customers is get new clients. Second one is get more deals per client. That includes referrals and repeats. Okay?
Yep.
Repeats and referrals. What's the number one way real estate transactions occur?
Referrals.
Repeat and referral
Yeah,
business.
exactly.
Exactly. So when you think about that, the ways that you get more clients during client hour, one is you get more clients. Two is you get more clients because of your existing clients.
Yep.
So the repeat and referral business. And if you don't feel like, picking up the phone and calling somebody you've never talked to on the phone before, pick up the phone and call somebody you have talked to on the phone before.
Yeah.
Anyhow, first way you get new clients. Second way you get more deals per client, which includes repeat and referral business. Because if who are your best clients? They're not the ones who buy from you all the time. They're the ones who bring you the most people who buy from you all the time.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because if you have 10 people that each bring you 10 people, that's 100 deals.
Yeah.
It's called the network effect. Exercise that during client hour.
All right. I like that.
Who do I know that knows the most people? I mean, you call me up, you're like, hey, who do you know that does this? I'm like, oh, I got this person. You're like,
Yeah.
Done.
Yep.
So massive leverage right there in that piece of this.
Okay, so hour one, client hour.
Client hour. Here, wait, let me.
Okay. Let's not move on so fast.
Slow down. Pump the brakes there, producer Mark. Okay, so the third thing that we do, or the third way of getting more business out of client hour is more money per sale per client.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you're also doing is you are elevating these clients maybe in a greater package. Like, let's go back to the car wash example. When I was at the car wash, they're like, you're in here a lot getting your interior wiped down on your truck, because I'm kind of weird about that.
Yeah.
And
a little OCD.
yeah,
Much?
a little bit. They're like, have you thought about just getting the Circle Club membership that's a little bit more expensive, but you get everything all the time?
Oh.
I'm like, oh.
You had me at everything all the time.
That's right. You mean you're going to wipe down the interior? They're like, yeah. So I give me like another $200. And they're like, thank you, Mr. Contos.
Yeah, okay.
And then, of course, I got home and Kelly's like, why did you get the Circle Club? I still have the other one. Like, oh, okay. Guess who else got the Circle Club? So all this stuff works together. But here's the thing. They spent the time talking to me about it.
Yeah.
Client hour.
Yeah.
Somebody at the car wash walked up to me and asked me about that. And I'm like, yes, please. All I had to do was ask
Yeah.
a client about this. Okay? So client hour.
Client hour.
Client
Hour
hour.
one.
Hour one.
Down.
Hour two.
Hour two.
Hour two.
We get a nice echo on your voice. Hour two.
Okay, let me do that again. James, we need an echo here. Hour two. Okay.
All right.
Ready
The
for this?
second hour. Yes.
The second hour. This is when people lose themselves a lot of times into reading instead of creating. This is called content hour. Okay. Content hour. So what do we do during content hour? Content hour is creating value. And it's interesting. You take a look at what can I create? A lot of people are like, I don't know what to send out. I don't know what to do. And we just had one of the best marketers I know, Ryan Stewman, on the podcast. And he was telling us that every day, he writes something. And you know what happens when you do something every day? You get better at it. Every single day.
Yep.
So what you do is you look at what are the challenges my customers have and write about those. I was doing content hour at 4:30 this morning. I'm working on a project for a company, and I'm creating content for them. So what was I doing? I was going through my outlines in my modules of content. So what is a module of content? A module of content is something that is essentially like somewhere between 3 and 10 minutes worth of information. You know, sometimes you write like 1 minute worth of stuff or whatever, but you always, it generally flows a certain way. So you get their attention, you serve up a problem to them, you agitate the problem, you bring in your value piece that solves that problem, and then you accentuate that value piece, and then you give a call to action for that. Which that call to action might be, hey, leave a comment below. Look forward to delivering the next solution to you, or whatever it might be. But what you need to do is you need to be creating content. So there should be a blank page in front of you on your computer or your iPad or whatever it is, and that should be full of words at the end of that hour. And I don't want you during content hour, I don't want you trying to create all these things. During content hour, you should do one thing, and that is write. Don't edit, okay? Because what happens is you only get like one thing done during that hour. Is if you write it, then edit it, then edit it, then edit it, then edit it. You're not going to get on to the next thing. In fact, when you're writing a book, they say don't go back and read what you just wrote.
Yeah, it slows you down. It
totally does.
It's hindering.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's edit hour. Let's call it that.
Yeah.
But write your content. Say, all right, I'm going to write about luxury homes, or I'm going to write about commercial properties, or I'm going to write about tires on off-road vehicles, or I'm going to write about marketing videos, or whatever. Just write down what do your customers buy?
Yeah.
What are they interested in? And write all of the different topics around that, and then write a couple paragraphs about that, and then go back after you've exercised all of your energy in your brain and take a look at it again. And here's a great way of going back and looking at it. Turn on your video on your phone and record yourself saying what you just wrote.
Yeah.
And here's what might happen. You're going to end up with content that you can immediately put on the internet.
Yeah.
And YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, whatever, will love it. And you did very little work. And your customers, back to client hour, your clients are going to see that.
Yeah.
And you know what happens when they start seeing enough of that content? When your clients see enough content, they call you and they go, Mark, you are everywhere about this, man. Great job. And you're like, oh, cool. Anything I can help you with? And they're like, yeah, as a matter of fact, there is.
Yeah.
That's why they're calling you.
Exactly.
Because they're interested in what you're putting out there. Think about this. All right, we've laid out client hour and content hour, right?
Yeah.
Here's the final aspect of this. Do an audit on these things. So what I want all of you to do between today, when you listen to this podcast, whatever day that might be, and a week from today, I want you to put down have a page on Google Docs or in Notes or whatever it is on your device. And I want one page where I want clients, and I want one page where I want content. And I want you to, every day when you reach out to the clients, I want you to write down their name and, type of content. Don't go more than one line on this. Name, what happened. And let's see how long we can make that.
Okay. Yeah.
And I want you to divide it up by day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There should be no blank days, and there should be no days that you don't spend an hour on it. The second page is content page. And I want you to put all the little bits of information that you put together here, okay? So that'll be a paragraph, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, stuff like that. And you'll have several paragraphs in each day, because in an hour you can write a lot of stuff. And then I want you to take and look at those things and figure out how can I get this content to these clients. And that will help you build your business.
I love it.
All right, there you go. Content hour, client hour, get those things done, and let's check in. Send me a message. What's our email here?
Info@startwithawin.com.
Info@startwithawin.com. Send me an email at info@startwithawin.com, and let's take a look at what you've got done. I want to continue to do some of this podcast coaching, if you will, and help you build your business. And next time, remember, this is how you can start with a win. Get up and do your client hour and your contact hour. Start with a win.
All right. That's fantastic. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in, listening to Start With a Win. If you've enjoyed this podcast and this content, please hit the subscribe button. I know a lot of people just listen passively and go to a specific episode and just listen to that. But if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It'll notify you when a new episode gets released, which we release episodes every Wednesday and quick wins every other Friday. Head over to startwithawin.com for more great content. And until next time, remember, start with a win. Hey, what's up, YouTube?
Hey, what's up, YouTube?
YouTube.
Hey, did you see my wife walk in? She's
I
around here
did.
someplace.
I did, yeah. She's maybe she's playing Pac-Man.
She brought me coffee.
What a good woman.
She is amazing.
We're just going to clip this section of us praising Kelly Contos. She's beautiful. She's smart.
Yeah,
she's loving and kind. I mean,
best
what
ever.
Can't she do?
No kidding. I know. So, I mean, hey, Kelly, if you're watching, love you, babe.
Well, you know what they say, right? Behind every great man is a
better,
even better woman.
Even better woman. 100% proof of that right here, buddy. She was probably working on client hour and contact hour.
That's right. Yeah, totally. Well, hey, thanks for sticking around after the show. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, which you should be watching on YouTube, because if you're a YouTube person, you're going to watch it here anyways, right? Make sure you hit that subscribe button, that thumbs up icon if this was valuable to you, because then it will share this video with other people, and it'll help us just reach more people and improve lives with great content, grow businesses, all that stuff.
And the algorithm likes it.
It does, yeah. That bell icon also, they like that too, because then you'll get notified every time a new episode is released. So.
Subscribe, like it, whatever buttons you can push them.
That's right.
Click all the buttons.
That's right. Go to startwithwin.com if you haven't been there yet. You can order the book too. Start with Win.
The book. Hey, Mark,
That's
I'm actually speaking at Children's Miracle Network.
Are you really?
Yeah,
we're
we're talking about the book, and the proceeds. Author proceeds all go to Children's Miracle Network Hospital. So I'm going to their annual celebration.
Oh, that's
see
awesome.
Some of the major differences they made in kids' lives.
That's so cool. Well, cool. There you have it. When you buy a book, all author proceeds go to helping someone else. So buy a book and help somebody else.
Yeah, feel good.
All right, guys.
I don't get anything from it.
Yeah, sure.
I get the feel good.
Yeah, the satisfaction of like, wow, I'm helping people.
I love it. So, all right. Thanks, everybody.
All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.